Okay, so Teachscape is an important piece to the new observation model and framework. So I think because of that fact, we need to know what Teachscape is and how to use it and become familiar with it because it is an important tool. So this is the login page for Teachscape. So before we log in though, what happens if you don't know how to actually get to this page? Well, the answer is simple. Open up a new tab. Any search engine, Google is what I use, and simply search Teachscape, and the top login is right there. Teachscape login is the top search result item, so go ahead and click that, and that's going to bring you to the login page. Your username is your email address. Your password is a password you set. If you don't know what your password is on your initial login, go to forgot password, and then that'll take you to the easy steps to reset that to what you want it to be. I've done that myself, and so I have the password that I want. So let's log in and see what happens. When you enter Teachscape, you have some reading material there at the top and on the side. You can read that if you want. But the focus is Teachscape Reflect. This is where you're going to be doing the work and going through the process of the observation. So let's click that and see what happens. When you open up the Reflect page, up here you can see what tab you're on. We're on Reflect. Name, email, you can kind of see your title, if you're tenured or not. Looks like I am, that's good. Who your evaluator is going to be. I will be evaluated by Nick Skipstead, my assistant principal. And you can see that right now this is in progress. I have an observation coming up, so I've been working on this a little bit in preparation for that. Now, down here where it says evaluation and there's a task list here, there's 6 things on the list. Now, don't make the same mistake I did, because as you can see, I clicked self-assessment in progress, and I was working away on the self-assessment, and then I was made aware that you don't need to do the self-assessment, so I was kind of just wasting my time. Out of these 6 task lists, the only thing you need to worry about is the formal observation process. So let's click that and get into it. Once you go to this page, you are once again shown a list of things. Okay, so let's work our way through these things. There's 6 of them, 6 or 7. You only need to do 3 of them. The ones you need to do: pre-observation form and conference. This is a form that you fill out in anticipation of the upcoming observation. And so I've completed mine. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. The pre-observation form is a list of questions that you answer about the upcoming lesson that you're going to be observed on. So this kind of is a starting point to get the evaluator on the same page, clue them in. Some good questions, so take your time and do a good job on that. The lesson plan artifact is optional. Pre-observation artifact is optional. So you don't have to do those 2. The formal observation is not optional. This is something that your evaluator does during the observation, and then when that's complete, you will be able to look at that and review the comments and the evidence and the things they wrote down and see what they had to say. And then you'll also be able to compare what you thought about the lesson and how you viewed it. So that's something that you will do once your evaluator is finished. The post-observation form and conference is something else that you will do. And this happens after the observation, when you meet and you talk and discuss about how things went, and you go over the scores from you and the scores from the evaluator and just have a discussion. I think this could be a good piece as far as becoming a better teacher. The bottom 2 things are optional once again, so you don't have to do those things. Now if you look over here, there's some timestamps. You don't really need to worry about the timestamp as far as a specific time. For instance, the form, the post-observation form and conference is scheduled for 10:20 at 8:15 a.m. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen at 8:15 a.m. Okay, that's a time that you will figure out with your evaluator. So it works for both of you. So that's kind of it here. This is something you will do in advance, and then the other 2 things will happen after the observation comes. So with that said, I wish you good luck if you get observed this year. Remember, it's just an observation. Thank you.